Nobody can believe this, but like anytime, and I know some of the Virgos will understand, like anytime when there's a lot of food is like I eat the least. Like on our buffet tour of India, I'm just like, all the kind of, it's actually a turnoff. So maybe you're in that scene, or if, however you kind of deal with the food thing. But this digestion kriya will be an optimized state. So you can decide how you want to handle your balance. But you want to be looking at this in a scientific way on the daily. What is out of balance and how do I get it back into balance? And it doesn't take very long. So, a little bit of a pranayama is going to get the thing back into balance. That's how we like to do that as soon as possible in the morning. And then I've been teaching some of these other kind of kriyas too. But Fist of Anger is an elemental balance. It balances the fire element. A lot of the digestive kriyas balance the fire element because that's what's kind of off. And then we have, some of these things that balance, like we did the Shabad Kriya last night, that balances some of the kind of air elementals. So when your mind's you kind of have anxiety or your mind's all over the place or you're kind of out of sync with where the body and the mind are, that balances the air element. So if you kind of have a sense of what tends to go off for you, then you can start to construct, we call it sadhana strategy. I'm just going to get this. I think between the dates, the raw cream, and the chocolate bar, I was like in the kitchen in between my meditations this morning, like, I'm like, welcome to Thanksgiving. So we're, of course, on the liver cleanse. Just balancing those elements. So you have to know, what's the thing that kind of goes off for you, and then you can make sure you're adding something, because all of us have this is a genetic code. And Yogi Bhajan gave one kriya that will supersede genetic issues. What is it? Sakriya. Yeah, so he says it doesn't matter what is genetically in your line, you can totally change it through Sakriya. So I recommend it. But we all have a kind of place where our particular constitution tends to have some weakness, and that's where you want to be kind of scientifically constructing or doing some things during the day that are going to help to balance those elements. And there's only 5. I said this yesterday. It's not like, because I have so much time on my hands, because I'm writing my new book and I'm avoiding it. I can't believe it, how well I'm doing it while I'm avoiding it. So I'm playing the piano and doing all sorts of things. But my music teacher said to me, which all of a sudden I have so much time to take lessons, he said to me, here's your 5 chords. We have 5 elements, right? Here's your 5 chords. Now you write a song. And that's the same thing with these 5 elements. They're not complicated. They're very simple. So you can start to construct a more harmonic song. And you want to think about your daily life in this kind of way. You're creating art out of each day. And how do you want to construct it? How do you want to harmonize it? How do you want to, what do you want to do? If you need a little fire, because I was saying, the fire element, if you're weak in the fire element, it's hard. Because you don't have, those of us who are hotheads, you can calm that stuff down. What's another good thing to calm the fire element down? Sitali pranayam. 26 in the morning, 26 at night. Yogi Bhajan says it gives you powers, like major powers. Does everybody know the breath? Should we do it right now? Inhale through the rolled tongue. Exhale nose. That's 1. Do 25 more. Good, so you get the picture. That balances the fire element. Now, if you're a little, kind of, you need to get some fire going, but in a balanced way, in an adaptogenic way. This is more adaptogenic than any kind of external adaptogenic that you can take. Adaptogenics are all the rage right now. External adaptogenics. But if you don't know how to adaptogenically balance your system from the inside out, then the external things don't work as well. Or they can't optimize you as well. So then we'll do this breath of fire if you need a little. And for those who have, kind of a little bit weakness on the fire element, meaning you get up and go and ambition and move, getting things done and all that kind of stuff. Breath of fire is really good, but breath of fire is good for so many different things. But let's do this breath of fire. Left hand's crossed here, right hand is here, eyes at the tip of the nose. Breath of fire.